Yeah, man, I've got Lyme disease. Hey, I got bitten by a tick a couple of days ago. Got the full-on malaise and everything. You know, you can get nerve damage, brain damage, all sorts of stuff from this. Fuck off with that shrill sound. You know what just happened? I went to the medical centre here, like near where my camping is, and apparently now they don't even have emergency here, and they're getting people to pay for private healthcare. It's an absolute culling of, you know, anyone that's out of the system, poorer or anything like that. I mean, I don't even have my ID here because you need a job to get your identification of this country. And as you know, I work for you guys on YouTube. And all I've got is my passport in the city. It's not even here with me because I had to get a new one. So it's, you know, at someone else's house, not in my possession. And yeah, I just went there. They let me in first because I didn't speak enough Spanish. And then the assistant said, you know, you need ID to see the doctor and then get, you know, he'll diagnose you. And I'm just thinking, yeah, I've got 8 years of university. I've already diagnosed it within, you know, an hour or something after I realised. You know, it happened like 2 days ago, and last night I finally did all the research, and, you know, in like an hour I've got a big note for you guys, so there's going to be a video 2 on this coming, but I don't know what I'm going to call this video. I was going to call it like the system is failing and you know, like reset and all this shit, but yeah, this is getting hardcore out here. Like, because when I went there months ago, I was just able to walk in. I actually had another problem with a tick, but nothing happened that time. It wasn't Lyme disease. Now I've definitely got Lyme disease symptoms and all this happening. I've got these lymph node swelling and all this. And there was like 40 people standing outside of this medical centre. And I'm just thinking, oh fuck, you know, when I arrived, there's like 40 people just standing outside the medical centre and let me in at first, but then the lady at the door just wanted to fucking play games with me and shit. So apparently they don't even have the emergency like capability or anything anymore. They're trying to get everyone to pay for like private health care and all this. It's pretty interesting because when I went back to the door, she's like trying to play games with me, making me wait. She sees me. She knows that all I did was write down my passport number. I got it messaged to me in a photo. So I wrote it down, had my piece of paper, and their pen is just covered in COVID. Can't speak English without getting stared at around here either. See that lady from way over there watching? Staring. Stare away, bitch. Anyway. Watch. They think when they stare extra hard, you won't record them, but that's when I record them even more. Drone listening. Anyway, fuck their sounds, man. They sound like as shit as they look and must feel. Anyway, so, you know, I've got my passport number. I go back to the door. She's just let me in 5 minutes ago, right? So she starts playing games, like just not looking at me, keeping the door closed. Almost damn near busted the thing in. I said, no, restrain yourself, you know. And then she finally lets open the door, and somehow as I'm stepping over to her, because she sees me or pretends to suddenly see me, she looked at me several times. Then she pretends, oh, okay, he's waited a minute, you know. Well, now I'll pretend I see him, and then she opens the door, right? And sus car pulling up. Anyway, so then she opens the door. Yeah, look, crawling. It's some guy checking the meters. Anyway, so then she pretends to ignore me. Then she lets me in. She finally sees me, even though she looked at me several times. Just playing games, you know, that's what they do. They're trying to play games to get you under their control and basically, you know, squash your spirit. She's saying, no, we're in control, you know what I mean? I'm just like, yeah, okay, you psychopath. You just saw me, why can't you just let me in? And then, very interestingly, she's like, you know, about to like talk to me and see me and stuff. And then this woman sort of steps in the way just as I'm like approaching. She opened the door for me. She finally, you know, saw me, opens the door, and this other lady steps in. And in the whole time that scene was happening, there's another lady just staring at me on the right. Just, it was a complete hive mind event. I really should have filmed it for you guys, I guess. But, you know, at the time I didn't want to cause any extra trouble until right at the end. That pissed me off because I gave her my little passport number and then she's closed the door again without saying anything. I'm like, aren't you meant to give me like a ticket? And like, what are you going to do with that? And she's like, wait, like she won't answer me and stuff. She's just telling me to wait. And so in the meantime, she's telling me to wait, and I know she's meant to give me a ticket. I just gave her my passport number, and she knows that's where we were up to because she talked to the lady on the way out after the first time I went in because I gave them a message. Said, yeah, I don't speak much Spanish, so I just wrote out what I had to say, that I got a tick and Lyme disease symptoms and all this. Then they took me in the first time. She told me all that bullshit about you need ID, which I thought would be the case. Apparently they don't have emergency now. And then that second time when the game started, I just stormed off. I'm sick of it, man. I'm just going to heal it myself because I did a lot of research last night. It's like garlic, black walnut. There's the whole 7 list of very effective plants, but I can't get them, like cat's claw. It's hard to find even here, and you know, stuff like that, like some intense Chinese herbs, but I can't get them here. So I have to go for the citric, malic, and tartaric acids and organic acids. That seems to stuff around with the little spirochetes or whatever they're called. They're like little spiral worm-looking bacteria. Really weird. And yeah, just what a hive mind scene it was. And it just reminded me to put on the video like how much this place is just going to get worse and worse. You know, we've seen the height of humanity. Everyone thinks like, oh, the future's going to be awesome, all this technology and all this stuff, but I'm telling you now, we've seen the height of all this, and it's only like elites that will have like, you know, good healthcare and blah, 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 robots around the house and stuff. All these fucking psychopaths. Every single rich person is a psychopath. Because you have to, you know, be like that. All the richest families I've ever met dealt with, they were like draconian. The Dracos, they really rule. And look, this other stray cat now is hanging around. I shouldn't even give it any food. But look how skinny it is, so I gave it something. No, we can't be friends, you can't stay here. Because Oro doesn't like it, you know, and I'm not going to have 2 cats, I can't afford it. But I gave it some food because I've got compassion and a soul or something. Anyway, so now it's hanging around. Just going from bad to worse, just getting attacked. No, I'm sorry, you can't. No. God. This is realm parasiticos, man. These parasites just want to play games with you. Like, this is just going to drain me now, this cat, you know. Oh, I have to give Oro's food to this cat now. I'm thinking, oh, well, what can I do? I don't want to know that it died because I didn't help it, you know what I mean? But the ladies at the door, they didn't give a fuck. You know, that lady at the door, I'm like there, like malaise, you know, like almost lightheaded and wobbly and shit. And, you know, you've got to put on a bit of an act to even get in there. I do have all that and like a slight fever and everything, but, you know, you've got to act more when you're around the hospital. Anyway, so, yeah, it was pretty interesting, you know, how much they just wanted to start playing games with me. And anyway, the phone is just bugging out. Just wanted to put on video that, you know, all people who think, oh, the future's going to be alright. I'm telling you, like, 2020 is the start of the apocalypse. It's only getting worse. Every year, you're going to really notice it. You're going to be like, damn, I thought last year was bad. And then, you know, like next year, some stuff will be happening that you'll be like, oh my God. You know, and you'll have all these events, and eventually, you know, I think within just the next few years, there can't be any of you who can deny it. I don't think there'll be any, like in 2 years from now, only just 2 years, not 20 years or anything, because this is how much it's speeding up now. There's no way that you can avoid seeing this if you're like one of us, like a conscious higher self spirit human, and you know, you see all this organic portal bullshit, the hive mind, etc. It's just getting worse and worse. They're going to try and block us out, like what happened with me today. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I made this video, not just to rant, but more and more blocking by the hive as they identify that you're not one of them. They block you more and more. Because see, originally when I went in there, you know, yeah, I had a little bit of an act. They couldn't tell. I could see, you know, and it was basically genuine anyway. I was just not holding chi over it, you know what I mean? So I was just letting out the feelings of the malaise and so on. So it wasn't really acting. I was just not suppressing it. And it's interesting, you know, nothing was different then. They treated me like one of them, you know, rushed me inside properly because I couldn't speak the language, like as you should. You know, you got to treat someone differently who is different. This whole system is going to do the opposite. They're going to try and treat everyone the same. And you know, that's part of like the hive mind pushing out individuality. Even UBI, universal basic income, you know what I mean? Same thing, it's going to be a suppressive system. Oh yeah, everybody's going to get paid, great. So I'm going to be on the same level as every other OP, all the other NPCs. See what I mean? Like they're trying to create us like them, you know, NPC us out, make us more NPC and so on. They're trying to always put your spirits down, make you, you know, regular, and we're not regular. It's just not the case. It's not arrogance. It's just not the case that we're regular. I'm not arrogant for saying that, because there's differentiation, there's concrescence. These people seem to absolutely give no shits about those two words. They don't even know the word concrescence or what that means. Nature seeks concrescence. And these new systems, yeah, they're feminizing as well. And, you know, it's suppression of spirit. Man is head of spirit, woman is head of creation. And, you know, that's why it's NPCing and you know, suppressing of the spirit. So, anyway, enough of this rant. I need to go eat. That was just so annoying. Just like a heads up, because people are like, yeah, we're going into the tribulation and stuff. No, tribulation has ended. This is only apocalypse energy, and it's one thing after another. Right, 1 billion animals died in those Australian fires. 1 billion. Imagine how many kangaroos and cute, cuddly koala bears and stuff, you know. And then we went straight into COVID, and now it's going to transfer straight from, you know, COVID-19 into mass starvation. And I guarantee you 1 billion NPCs or 1 billion people, because some soul humans are, you know, just, you know, don't know they're different, you know, they act like an NPC, blah, blah, you know what I mean? Like the sleepy people could be part of the harvest, and that is the point, because NPCs don't get harvested. You know what I mean? The whole point is that you have like 50 NPCs around you that will be harvesting you, or their goal is to harvest you and to box you in, to make you NPC, to despirit you, to put you down, etc. Do you understand? So we're going to go straight from COVID now into mass starvation. Guarantee you 1 billion people will die. I reckon, don't know, maybe in the next 30 to 40 years, maybe less, not sure. But I reckon 60, yeah, I would say 30 to 40 years, 60% of the current human population will be wiped out. 4 billion people. We already got 1 billion people under, you know, fully for sure in impoverishment, under the poverty line and etc. You know, like $2 a day, malnutrition. You know, $1, $2 a day, malnutrition status. And, oh, stop it. Cat just meowing me now, making me guilty. Guilt tripping me. Oh, I'm hungry. Yeah, but fuck, I don't have to look after you, you know what I mean? Like, I already tried to be good. It didn't even eat all of the cat food I gave it. What is this shit? Look, wait, psst, come here. What is this? Look, didn't even eat it all. Yeah, you didn't even eat it all. Stop whinging. Look at it whinging at me. I didn't even eat all the... Look here. Look. There you go. So eat it then. Fucking hell. Anyway. Yeah, I reckon we're going to see, one thing after another. So like, when we move into the mass starvation, I don't know what would come next. Not sure. I'll make a different video on that. I'm going to get off and eat. Sick of ranting. But yeah, main messages were like harvest, resetting, because remember I just mentioned that now the new political right regime here in Uruguay has stopped all emergency room, like they don't have particular emergency rooms. It's a third world country. The only place I could go to emergency is if I went into the big city, like an hour and a half away, and then I could walk into a proper emergency room. But in the medical centers here, definitely no such thing exists now, and that's reset. That's what I'm saying. And it's going to be like this, one thing after another. It's reset, 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 death, 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 right? And elitism, 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 more and more psychopathy, myopic psychopathy. That's why I pronounce it like that. I don't know, mass culling, reset, and all that. Anyway, I'm going to get off and eat. Just think for yourself how it's going to be one thing after another. The reset and the harvest. So harvest is death, and then resetting is resetting, or sudden changes in the system. You'll have to just jump through random loops and hoops, if you can,